Namaskar, I am Chitra Kelkar and I am back with the third video in the series of transformation. In the first two videos, we have seen the process of transformation and the instrument of transformation. And we have also understood that we need to keep this instrument sharpened and in very well toned manner so that the process of transformation can be done in a very easy way and in a very effective way. Today we are going to focus on the goal of transformation. When we say that we want to transform the life, as in the practice I have spoken to many people and tried to understand that what they want by transforming the life, there are various different answers that I have got. But ultimately, if you take out the juice from that answer, take out the gist from that answer, what we understand is people are wanting two things. They want a very peaceful life and they want a progressive life. So they say that Chitra, nothing but a very peaceful and progressive life. That's what we want, and that is how the life needs to be. That's what the transformation needs to be. Probably there is something which is missing because of which they are not getting peace or they are not able to achieve the progress and they are aiming for that. Now, if we have to apply our model of transformation, of process of transformation to these two words, let's see what emerges out of it. When we say peace and we say that our first step in the model of transformation is holding the information into awareness, then let's understand that when we held this particular word peace into awareness, what all we will start understanding. When we say that we want a peaceful life, we are hoping to have a very healthy body. Because if the health is not there, if we are not feeling good, physically healthy, then obviously it will be very difficult for us to experience peace in life. So to have peace in life means to have healthy body. Along with the healthy body, we want relationships in the life to be very harmonious and very supporting and very nice type of relationship. If we are having that type of relationship, then definitely we are going to experience peace in life. At the same time, we are wanting to have satisfaction in the work that we are doing. If we are earning good money, but if the satisfaction is not there, we are just doing the job which is we are not interested, we are not passionate about, then we are not going to feel really peaceful inside. As the work satisfaction is important, similarly the work-life balance is also important. I have many executive clients who say that पैसा तो आ रहा है, that is not an issue, enjoyment भी हो रहा है, but then actually speaking life के साथ जो balance चाहिए ना, some things that I want to do I am not able to do. So as work satisfaction is important, the work-life balance, when you have work-life balance, you are experiencing peace in life. Along with that, feeling the support, when you feel that you are supported from the people around you, you are getting that warmth from that relationship, a very deep-seated feeling of peace that you start feeling. At the same time, we most of the time ignore, but then we are always interested in having tolerance. It is not possible for us every time to agree with other people. So we have some difference of opinion, and when we feel that that difference of opinion is not accepted and is not tolerated by the person in front of us, the peace within us get disturbed. So having tolerance around us becomes very important to experience peace in life. And in general, if you go to see, a very kind, loving kind of nature is around you, you are also having that nature and which is responded by that particular nature, then having peace in life becomes very, very easy. Now when all this is peace, then what is progress? Now if you try to hold the word progress into the awareness and focus onto it, the information what comes from this particular word, let's see. Progress, most of the time we equate it with success. The success might be material success, or success might be in particular achievement that you want to do. But then when we are running behind this particular success, what comes along with the progress? Just try to understand what I am saying. Many of the time we say that when we are going to work hard, because without working hard, success will not be there. And if the success is not there, progress will not be there. That is what is the mind understands. See how the progress is understood by the mind. So if we are saying that for success we need to work hard, what starts happening? We say that success के लिए hard work करना है तो थोड़ा तो drained body रहेगा ही. So that we need to accept it if we want progress in the life. थोड़ा तो फैमिली के साथ 19-20 होगा ही. So then the relationship might not remain very harmonious relationship and they start becoming disturbed relationship. अगर प्रोग्रेस करना है लाइफ में तो ऐसे कुछ तो काम रहेंगे कि जिसमें सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं रहेगा, फिर भी वो काम करने पड़ेंगे. भले ही अच्छे नहीं लग रहे हो फिर भी वो काम करने पड़ेंगे. So then the work satisfaction is somewhere we start taking away from that particular thing. Work life balance, we say that if we want success, if we want progress, if we want money in the life, काम is the thing, and life को थोड़ा ignore किया तो भी चलेगा. So the work life imbalance also starts happening. When we are talking about success, most of the time the success is in comparison with other people, and when we are talking about comparison with other people, we start developing a very competitive attitude. And when the competition comes, obviously rivalry, jealousy, everything starts coming, and that support and the warmth which is required to feel a peaceful life starts draining down. Along with it, as we say that tolerance is necessary, but then when we are going towards progress and when we are focusing on competitiveness, somewhere a very narrow-mindedness starts developing, and all that particular thing starts giving a very unkind, nasty feeling in the life. So can you see that we want peace also in the life and progress also in the life, and many of the time we see that both these two starts standing opposite to each other. If you are seeing on the screen, you can see that for peace what all we want, and when we are having progress, wherever we are going to do the compromise, we say कि थोड़ा तो ऐसा चलता ही है. So then what is the answer for it? If we want to have peace also and progress also in the life, I think that a small change in the world, and if we hold that particular world into awareness to start with, the change will occur. What is the word? The word is, instead of peace and progress, if we start aiming for prosperity. If we hear the word prosperity, what we feel, there is enough materialistically, there is success, there is goodness, but at the same time you are feeling very peaceful, cool and calm. So our goal need not be achieving peace and progress in the life, rather our goal needs to be having a very prosperous life. Now I am going to give you a mantra for prosperous life. What is the mantra? The mantra is very easy. The mantra is busy but easy. So we need to focus on a life which will be busy, but at the same time it will be done with ease. Now the question remains, how to achieve this busy but easy life? Again, let's go to our model and just see what the model says for us. Before going to the model, we need to understand that if we balance this peace and progress, we will have prosperous life. The word itself said that busy but easy. So the busyness and easiness needs to be balanced. If it is balanced, then we will have prosperity in the life. Now how to balance? For balance, we need to have some kind of parameters. So on what parameters we will base the balance? That is the power to discern what you will do, when you will do, how you will do. So there needs to be some parameter which will help you to guide that if I am doing this particular thing in this particular way, then I am achieving balance in the life. And if I am achieving the balance in the life, then I am having prosperity and not only aiming for peace and progress. So now let's understand what are these parameters in our model of the instrument of the change, that is the body. In terms of the body, we will understand which are the parameters which will help us to balance the life and to achieve the prosperity in the life. As in the second video, we have already spoken that the instrument of transformation is body, which is understood by the view of Indian culture as it is given in the Upanishads, that the body is nothing but panchakoshas. It's not only the physical body, but it is the panchakoshas which are working. In the second video, we have seen the parameters. I am just going to put the parameters in the proper way to balance. So the first parameter will be for the Annamaya Kosha. For Annamaya Kosha, you always need to think that a particular activity which you are doing, whether it is going towards your stable health. If it is not going to give you stable health, if it is going to disturb your health, then definitely it is not an activity which is aiming for prosperity, which is probably is little bit going towards progress and disturbing the peace in your life. So you need to have your daily schedule like that, where you are focusing on the health and at the same time you are doing the activities which will lead you to the progress. So that is the first, you can say, criteria on which you can start maintaining the balance on your life. The second is the Pranamaya Kosha. For Pranamaya Kosha, the criteria is vitality. When you are getting up in the morning, you are feeling very vital, very enthusiastic and ready to take the life on. If we are seeing that particular thing, then that vitality is going to be the one of the criteria for establishing prosperity in the life. The third kosha, as we have seen, is the manomaya kosha, where all the emotions are coming into mind. So when we are talking about the emotions, we need to understand that if we have having a very clear understanding, if it is not getting into caught into ifs and buts, which most of the time the emotions gives us. We want to do a particular activity because we are interested into it, we like that particular activity, but at the same time we are feeling that there is some other activity which is not so good and which I have to do, and there is clash. So that particular clash gives us a lot of confusion and the clarity is gone. If the clarity is gone, that type of activities are what we are doing, then definitely we are not aiming for the balance. The fourth kosha was the Vijnanamaya kosha, which is related to all the thoughts. So for the Vijnanamaya kosha, if whatever we are thinking is related to the wisdom, what we have said in our first two videos, if we go back to it, if it is giving to the wisdom and we are not wasting our time, we are just not doing chit-chatting, gossiping, or we are blaming someone and things like that, then we are doing an activity which is oriented to the wisdom and which will definitely leads us to the prosperity. And obviously when we are aiming at prosperity, we need to invest at least some time in connecting with the supreme power which is there in us, which is giving us the bliss. So are we doing that activity in our daily schedule? If we are taking the criterias in this way properly, then we will be able to discern in very excellent way and have a very busy but still easy life. Now for having this busy and easy life, I am going to give you one particular technique, is to play with the attachment and detachment. Where to have the attachment and where to not to have the attachment. That is, you are able to detach from it. For example, suppose to getting transformed, one of your goal is to lose the weight. Now for losing the weight, if you start focusing on how much weight I have lost, I am doing exercise for last 1 month but my weight is not reduced so much and things like that, then you can say in your manomaya kosha your clarity is gone. You will start feeling कि इतना सारा करके कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है, फिर करूँ या ना करूँ, and then probably your efforts will start going down. Why it is happening? Because you are focusing, you are attaching yourself to the goal and not to the process. So when you say that you want to have a busy but easy life, your attachment needs to be to the process and not on the goal. Goal set करना ज़रूरी है, that is for direction. But once you have set the goal, just keep it on somewhere and just forget it. Focus it on the process of achieving goal. So the attachment, the engagement needs to be in the process and it need not be towards the goal. Goal is just like a pole which is giving you the direction, but then if you start thinking कि ऐसा होगा तो कैसा होगा, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा हो ही नहीं रहा है, मैं इतना effort कर रहा हूँ, so then you will not be focusing on the process. As you will focus on the process and you will get engaged into the process, if some change you need to do, you will be able to get that particular change very easily. So to achieve the mantra, busy but easy, the technique is to play with the attachment and detachment. So how we can play with that attachment and detachment? It is by having a mindful lifestyle. For having the mindful lifestyle, a very basic type of belief that we have to have deeply rooted in our mind is what? Life is great. What do you mean by life is great? That in every moment there is something which is good and something which is bad. Most of the time we say, you can't say good and bad, but you say that which is helpful and which is not helpful, or which is positive and which is negative. But many of the time we say that a moment is entirely good or entirely bad, which is not so. And that's what the nature is also showing us. From day when the night is occurring, the morning when it occurs, from that point itself we are going slowly towards night. Or when there is night, slowly we are moving towards morning. So then in everything of the nature, as we say, the cyclical thing which goes on, and that's why little part of this thing and little part of that thing which is there, which probably is shown in our Indian model of Ardhanari Nateshwara, or the Chinese thing of Yang and Yin, if you are knowing that particular thing, that yes, in every good there is something this, and every bad thing there is something good thing. So that balance we always keep into mind, that life is great. Or you can say in Indian concept we say the duality of the nature that is being said. The physical nature is always dual in nature. When we are saying that when the baby is small and the baby is growing, do you mean to say that there is no type of any deterioration in the body? There is deterioration in the body. So let's see what is the deterioration in the body. As the baby is born, the baby is having the growth cycle, but somewhere the deterioration has also started. The rate of deterioration goes on increasing as age increases, and in the old age the rate of deterioration is very big. So in every process, if you see, which with the growth there will be some kind of deterioration, with deterioration there will be some kind of growth. It is up to us on where we focus. If we focus on growth, and if we say that how to this growth will be maximum, so probably we will be able to stay young for much more time, because then we will be focusing like that. So the basic belief that we need to have to transform the life, that in any given moment the life is great. It is having the possibility of both the thing, good and bad. And for that, if you have mindfulness, for having mindfulness, you can have a beginner's mindset. As you can see, the small baby looks at everything in a very curious manner. Anything that is presented to the baby starts looking to it in a very curious manner, without any preconceived judgment. So developing that particular kind of attitude to look towards life, the beginner's mindset, will be very useful. Now, how to achieve this beginner's mindset, how to learn the technique to balance between attachment and detachment, how to implement the busy but easy mantra in the life, all this is known to you, but still it is on the phase of information. If you want to climb the second step of the model and make it to the knowledge, you will require a coach in life. You will require somebody to hold your hand and walk the journey with you. So do take some coach, some guiding person with you, who will help you, who will be walking as your buddy on your journey of transformation. I can wish you best luck, all the best. Keep on transforming, keep on making changes in the life. See you soon. Thank you.